How much power does he retain, Donald Trump? Because that'll tell a lot. I mean, is it the end of Training Day where Denzel Washington is like, I'm King Kong up here, and they're like, no, you're not anymore. No, you are not. Your power is gone.
And the Russians kill him on the bridge.
It remains to be seen. I mean, I think there's already some indication that some of Trump's base of support seems to be eroding. His brand is, I win. I go out and I win.
Right.
And he very much lost. And there may be a narrative out there about him having won, but a lot of folks are not buying that anymore, even if it takes a little bit of time for the polling to catch up with that. You know, Nixon leaves office, Republicans are still a little high on him, maybe a little less reluctant to acknowledge the awfulness thereof. Eventually, that catches up.
But you know, they say he's starting this Patriot Party. That's the name of it. First of all, that sounds like Nazis to me. And not like they're killing all the Jews, Nazis, but like fascism come to America, Patriot Party. Whenever you are that blatant about we're the patriots, we're the good people.
Would you prefer Trump Organization as the name of this new entity?
I actually would.
Yeah,
Patriot
he
Party
would
is
too.
very brown shirty. And I do worry that, you know, all those people who just believe might is right, who, you know, we're at least 2 generations past where they taught anything in school. So it's not like people know that they're violating the Constitution because they have no clue what's in it to begin with. So they don't know they're fascists, but they are. And I feel like they're all going to be in the Patriot Party.
Well,
and it's going to be a dangerous, talk about fifth columnists.
I saw some people on Twitter sort of snickering about the idea of Trump creating a Patriot Party, in part because Trump doesn't necessarily have the work ethic and attention span to do such a thing, but...
Trump University, Trump Stakes,
right,
Patriot
just
Party.
moves on. However...
But he has people around him. He wasn't,
100%.
he didn't have that
No,
as...
I'm not...
Yeah.
I take it somewhat seriously, actually. You saw all of these people in the conservative universe, from Lou Dobbs to Charlie Kirk, say this is a good idea. If anyone can get ballot access, raise small donor money, have support in every single state outside of a political party, it's Donald Trump. The problem is, you know, it would just deprive him, I think, in a different way of power. I mean, the way for Trumpism to reach success is to do the hostile takeover of the Republican Party, to win Republican primaries, and then win elections. I mean, a Patriot Party would hold down Republican votes as a third party in a general election. It would just allow Democrats to win because it would just siphon those voters out of the Republican Party, I think.
Another avenue is to take advantage of one of the other third parties that already exist, not the Libertarian Party, that is near and dear to my heart, but perhaps the Reform Party or something like that. But in either case, I am far more skeptical of this proposition. I think it actually takes a great deal of organization. And if there's anything we know about Donald Trump, he's not terribly well organized. And in terms of spending money, he would have to spend money on other candidates.
I must tell you, gentlemen, this does sound like the same shit I heard before he became president. Yeah. Donald Trump's just a buffoon. He's not serious about president. He'll never do this. He'll never do that. And then he did it all. And here we are again.
Ballot access is a little bit different than having name recognition and cachet of having had a television show. This is very different. I will say one thing, though, Bill. The notion of sort of referring to these people as fascists broadly, or even Donald Trump as a fascist, I often worry about giving the man too much credit. And I worry about using words that are highly charged that may not, in fact, illuminate the conversation in the way that we really want.
Except that I agree with that in theory, but you know, there's a lot of definitions of fascism. I've heard many over the years from learned people disagree. But I think the one thing we can all line up behind it is this idea of might makes right, and that we don't respect democratic norms. If you can't call what the people who wanted to undo the election, that even the Republican judges and politicians said was fairly called, I don't know what fascism is. Then what definition do we have for it? I mean, that is fascism when it's just like, I mean, because they're not, a lot of these people, even the Republicans in Congress, they're not sorry about what happened on January 6th. They're just sorry it didn't work.